In a medical malpractice trial, do you want to know what question is likely to generate an immediate objection when the defense attorney is cross-examining my medical expert? You want to know the answer? Come join me for a moment as I share with you some great information. Hi, I'm Gerry Oginski. I'm a New York medical malpractice and personal injury attorney. So now the defense is cross-examining my medical expert, the doctor that I have called to testify about the standard of care and to explain why there were violations from the basic standard of medical care and why those violations, those departures from good care, were a cause of my client's injuries. So now, when the defense attorney asks my medical expert, "Doctor, how much are you being paid today?" that typically will generate an immediate objection. "Objection, Judge!" I jump up. The defense's question is not phrased properly. The judge is either going to agree or disagree. Why is that question not phrased properly? I'll tell you why. It's because the doctor is not being paid to come in to testify, to say whatever it is that I want him to say. First, he's being paid for time to review the medical records. Second, he's being paid for time away from his office, from his medical practice, seeing patients and operating on patients if it's a surgeon. And now he's taking the time to travel into court and spend the time to talk to the jury about the violations from the standard of care, about his interpretation, his opinions, and his conclusions about what he's read in the medical records in this case. That's what he's being paid for. He's not being paid specifically to come in and testify. He's being paid for all of his review, as well as his travel and the time that he's spending in court talking to the jury. Now you may be asking, aren't you just splitting hairs? He's coming in, he's actually testifying. Yes, that's true. But words matter. Unlike in the presidential debates, and unlike some politicians who say, no, these are just words. In civil trials involving medical malpractice and accident cases and wrongful death cases, the words actually do matter. So when an attorney asks a question, "Doctor, how much are you being paid to testify?" No. It's not how much you're being paid to testify. He's being paid for the time away from his medical practice where he could be seeing and treating patients instead. He could be operating on patients. And instead of that, he's now here in court talking and explaining his opinions and conclusions to the jury. So it makes a big difference how the question is phrased, how the question is answered, and what the jury believes and what they don't believe. So why do I share this quick information with you? I share it with you just to give you an insight and an understanding into what goes on in these medical malpractice cases, these civil trials here in the state of New York. You know, I understand you're watching this video because you have questions or concerns about your own matter. Well, if your matter did happen here in New York and you're thinking about bringing a lawsuit, but haven't done so yet because you still have questions that need to be answered, what I invite you to do is pick up the phone and call me. I can answer your legal questions. You know, this is something I do every single day and I'd love to talk to you. You can reach me at 516-487-8207 or by email at Gerry, Gerry, at oginski-law.com. That's it for today's video. I'm Gerry Oginski. Have a wonderful day.